Hi everyone, welcome to ONEDECOM's first company showcase event, being held directly within the new Zoom interface we've integrated within ONEDECOM. So many ONEDECOM users have asked about virtual DCOM conversations within the ONEDECOM interface. And with COVID-19 really affecting how people communicate and interact, going virtual has become really important. So we've created functionality that allows you to start Zoom calls within ONEDECOM and member groups, allowing you to view future calls, past calls and recordings without having to leave ONEDECOM. And once members have finalized their calls, they can then go back and actually have view at any point in time, which is really, really cool. So we've used this new feature to create a members group hosting company showcase events, which you can view for free by anyone. So company showcase videos are great windows into organizations to help audiences to get to know them better. A video can bring an organization to life in a tangible and engaging way, plus it's an opportunity to show your brand values and unique culture. So this can benefit ranging from building trust to making meaningful business connections in the future. So today we're going to get a wee bit closer to one of our ONEDECOM company members, ZynQ360. So they're going to provide a brief company overview plus a wee bit of an on-screen demo and simulation. We're going to talk a wee bit about their applications, their experience in DCOM, and some of the key lessons that can really add value to DCOM community in project delivery. So to formally introduce ZynQ360, so they're a global leader in visualization technologies and industrial software. So within the DCOM categories that we built within ONEDECOM, their core business sits within post-COP running operations, topsides removals, primarily under platform surveying, but you'll find through today's conversation it's much more than just surveying technology, so that's really important. So where can you find ZynQ360 details? Well, firstly, you can find them within our company directory. We also have their case study material for some of the case studies they've executed within decommissioning. And again, in the technology directory, you'll find a wee bit more around the specific technologies and how that really kind of plays into the decommissioning sector. So first, I'd like to now introduce ZynQ360, both Gus McCaskill and we've got Brenda Harrison from ZynQ. You guys maybe just do a quick introduction on your role within the business?
Yeah, sure, Colin. Well, thanks very much for inviting us to the first ONEDECOM Zoom showcase. My name's Gus McCaskill. I'm Head of Projects and Accounts for ZynQ360 in the UK, Europe and Africa. I'm always looking for new opportunities and decommissioning is one of them. And I'm also making sure that existing clients continue to get the best service from our highly experienced team.
Good, thanks Gus. Brenda?
Thank you, Colin. We're very happy to be joining you today and very grateful for the opportunity to share more about ZynQ360. I am the Global Sales and Marketing Coordinator, and my primary responsibilities include strategic business development, sales support, brand management, execution of the marketing program, as well as coordinating the creation of any marketing communications and materials.
Excellent. Well, thanks, and really appreciate you guys taking the time for today. Okay, so we're now going to kick off straight into the company showcase overview. So we're going to try and keep these sessions short. So, you know, we're not here for half an hour. We're here for a very short overview of the technology and company. So I'm now going to hand over to Gus, just to provide us a wee bit more introduction about the overview of ZynQ360.
Thanks, Colin. Our personnel at ZynQ360 have over 25 years experience in visual asset management, which includes photogrammetry, 3D modeling and 360 spherical photography. So we at ZynQ360 specialize in creating a safer working environment, creating a digital twin of any asset or facility, including decommissioning. We provide a digital platform to visualize your assets instantly and remotely. By integrating your data and systems at every stage of the asset life cycle, from design to construction to operation to maintenance to actual decommissioning. So we deliver a digital transformation of your asset through our software and visual technology.
Right, really, really good. So one of the things we spoke around when we tried to set up the session, Gus, was around trying to really do a bit of an on-screen demo and simulation around what's behind ZynQ. So I think we're going to share a wee bit of a clip here, and I think as we go through this, we can have a bit of a conversation around, you know, where does the value sit, where does the applications sit, and so forth, and just kind of build on from there. So if you bear with me while I share screen. Right. Awesome music as well. Excellent. So we want to kick us off then, guys. So talk us through some of what we can see on screen just now then.
Yeah, okay. I mean, just a wee background of the actual platform that we captured. But what you're about to see is probably a snapshot video showing some of ZynQ360's features. And like way back, because of my background as a forensic photographer, I always looked at decommissioning captures in the same way as evidence gathering. So it's basically gathering information that is essential to the operational task and the end user requirements. So this was a Southern North Sea satellite platform that was captured prior to project start. On the screen, you can basically see that we are highlighting hazardous areas for chemical, radioactive, asbestos. We can actually highlight iPads, cutting points, risers, electrical switch rooms, etc. So the photographer would actually go on site with expert decommissioning engineers, and the photographer would start in an area where there was no conflict of activity worked, and spherical positions were then marked up on the asset plans as a reference to what we had captured and also used to discuss with the engineers. So an overview was done of every deck level. Working closely with the survey team was so important, and like as I said, evidence gathering, you only get one chance at capturing your evidence on a decommissioning platform, so there is no room for error. So in addition to the spherical photogrammetry, the photographer also captured detailed still images. Still images is what you can upload into the software as well. Aerial photography was also added value to the project when uploaded and tagged within the software.
So I guess, Gus, when I think of some of the data capture, as you've discussed, I think kicking off any decommissioning project, you know yourself, aging of our assets are very, very old, and it's very hard to actually get data, and find records. So I think this is a really effective way of trying to capture that knowledge, capture that data set that is really important from a decom perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I look at from a decommissioning project, there's so many areas that sit within the very start of a project through a select phase, and also going into the conceptual options, reviewing the options, getting close to the platform and understanding how you can actually decommissioning some facilities. So that data set is very, very important right from the start all the way through to the completion of the project. So it's very, very valuable.
It's just to highlight as well, actually on the same day of the capture, the guys were able to upload the images onto our software, where the client could actually get access to the images straight away, because we're a cloud-based solution, which was very important.
That's excellent. Good. So what makes ZynQ360 stand out within decommissioning? Really, what kind of makes the difference for you guys?
The difference is that, the ZynQ360 software solution, it's a focal point. It's a sole source of truth, as it shows the asset in its current state. Having full visibility and remote access to your visual replica asset avoids multiple trips, allowing your team to plan from their desks, making them safer through reducing risks. I can also see cost savings to operators will also be valuable through the life cycle of a decommissioning project.
Yeah, that's really good, because I think some of the challenges I know we have is within the execute phases, even simple things like getting beds offshore. There's always a challenge for getting bed space, and I think applying this type of technology and being efficient, whereby there's savings that can be materialized where you don't need to send people offshore, that becomes really, really valuable.
Yes. Also, I mean, there's some extra added values as well as in the pre-project capture for tendering DCOM services to third-party vendors to win contracts.
Yeah.
Pre-planning work scopes once contract has been won. Also ongoing value during the DCOM work. And I mean, it also makes you safer by reducing risk with less trips offshore, showing escape routes, etc. It makes you more effective through better planning. It gives you a clearer visualization of the hazardous areas, as you saw in the video. And you can tag equipment to indicate the status of it for removal, recycle, remain, hazardous, and also the document management, able to integrate with existing systems, P&IDs, risk assessments, work packs, etc.
It's a very collaborative tool, Gus, in terms of what you've described there.
It is, yes.
Yeah. And I think within industry, there's a lot of focus, particularly within onshore recycling yards, making sure we are very, as operators and industry, we're capturing the right knowledge. We're inventorizing what is either hazardous or non-hazardous material, and we're making sure we are very clear in that handover process. Make sure that dismantling process is managed safely. So,
yes.
So that very first clip that you had in terms of the annotation of the hazardous area mapping, I thought was quite nice. We talk around a documented state for an asset as it's handed over at any stage of the removal or recycling process. So I think this could be a very effective tool for all the DCOM community to use. So that's really good. So going into your DCOM experience then, so you've discussed a wee bit about one of the projects you've done in Southern North Sea. Can you tell us a wee bit more about that again, and also some of the other industries that and sectors that your technology has been used in, because it's not just oil and gas, it's not just decommissioning.
Yeah, I mean, the wee clip that you saw there from the video was also, it was a decommissioning platform in the Southern North Sea for ConocoPhillips, a little wee caster platform. And I mean, it had a huge impact on, as I said, reducing their offshore trips throughout that year. And it was estimated that their cost savings was about £20,000 per trip based on a 2-day visit on basically helicopter costs and support ops to man a satellite for a standalone survey. We've also done other decommissioning onshore facilities as well, which is a big added bonus to our data and our experiences of what we actually can provide. We also do, our other experiences also are in mining. We do a lot of mining in Australia. We also, obviously, in the oil and gas sector, we are also involved in some nuclear and also the renewable energies that are going about right now.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's a very, very diverse industry, which is good. Excellent. So moving on if we can. So one of the key areas that I'm really passionate about within decommissioning is around lessons learned, and making sure that we actually collaborate as an industry and we share those valuable lessons across all of our DCOM projects. So ultimately, we don't all make the same mistakes. I mean, there is no prize in decommissioning. It's not like an investment project where the first oil is a target. Decommissioning is all around optimizing our costs, doing it as lowest cost as possible, while with safety very much at the forefront. So maybe some of the lessons learned, Brenda, maybe think around how you guys have been involved in the DCOM projects. What's the big lessons learned that you could share with the ONEDECOM users?
Yes, so if you involve us early in your decommissioning projects leading up to COP and through the decommissioning execution phases of the project, we have learned that through the early engagement and adopting our digital technologies, we're adding value through multiple levels, which are making decommissioning delivery more cost efficient and effective. We have worked with one operator who have consistently engaged with us on numerous platforms in which they see our technology as a commonplace in the decommissioning tools and technology plans. So as Gus mentioned earlier, we are first and foremost experts in digital technology. So working with other experts on a decommissioning project is the key for us. We capture data, provide a collaboration platform through our software, and operators apply relevant information and in turn create the knowledge required to carry out projects safely and efficiently. We always respect everyone's expertise, knowledge, and experience, and we just love working together as a team throughout for a safe and enjoyable outcome that will make every project a joy to be involved in.
Yeah, great. That's really good. I mean, one of the points you touched on there was around that early engagement, and I think timing is very, very key for this. In getting that early engagement, starting your data capture or survey at the right point. Because I think what you've discussed and you've shared is some of the value levers around cost savings for operators. Optimizing POB management offshore and making the environment a wee bit safer for the workforce as well. So that's really important. So that's great. That's really, really good. So I guess maybe to summarize, we've had a wee bit of a snapshot of ZynQ360 today. So I guess one of the things is making sure that the data and the knowledge you've shared is available. So all the information you've pretty much discussed is linked on your own websites. It's also linked into our ONEDECOM company profile that's within ONEDECOM. Case studies are also there. You mentioned Keister, that's also in there as well. And also we'll be able to play back this video, probably with a wee bit of editing, just so that we can share with the viewers, because I think that's really important. We wanted this data to be available so anyone can look back and get that more interactive view about what a company is all about.
Yeah.
So I guess my final thing is to really say thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Gus, for today. I really appreciate you taking the time. I really learned a lot more about ZynQ360 today, and I think there's some really nice technologies there. I think the applications are really quite neat as well. So yeah, so thanks for taking your time. And I guess finally for all the other ONEDECOM members, the company showcase events are free. We really want to encourage us within the members that we have just now. So get in touch. We'd be delighted to host your company and make you more visible, get connected with industry, and actually generate value within the DCOM community. That's one of the reasons why we've set up ONEDECOM, is to make knowledge more visible. So thanks everyone, and take care.
Yeah, thank you, Colin, and good luck to ONEDECOM for the future.
Thanks, Gus. Thanks, Brenda, for taking the time today.